Oh my Josh. It's not even June. What is going on, people? This is Eddie. I'm the Best Ball Bandit. We're going to talk about all the news that's been going on. We're going to draft some drafts. We're going to steal some drafts, steal some value. What's going on with Josh Jacobs, Rashi Rice, Malik Neighbors, Bucky Irving? We're going to get into that. But first, let's go with the intro. Oh. Welcome back, Bandits. It's another great day. I played a little pickleball, played some chess with my mom. I mean, life is great. It's another great day. It's drafting season. We're going to draft the Best Ball Mania. I'm going to hop into a draft right now, see what pick I get. I have been getting, as you all know, a lot of the back end picks, but I have gotten a couple on the front end lately, which is good. But I'm going to talk about today Josh Jacobs. I mean, wow, I was drafting so much of Josh Jacobs early on. He was one of my highest rated running backs for the value of where he was going. And I don't want to say that was a mistake, but it's definitely not looking too good right now. So what am I going to be doing? What am I going to be doing going forward? Is not draft Josh Jacobs. Is not draft Malik Neighbors. I didn't really draft at all Malik Neighbors. If he drops to the middle of the third round, I'll start picking him up. Bucky Irving, I was drafting a lot of Bucky Irving early on as well. I'm going to be avoiding Bucky Irving for right now. I am going to be taking some Rashi Rice if he's falling mid-third. I don't know if he's going to get any suspension. I think the knee issue was just, a small procedure. So I will be taking the Rashi Rice dip because I didn't really draft him at all early on. I didn't think he was a good value at the 1-2 turn or even in the middle of the second, but middle of the third, I'll definitely be taking him there. So let's see. We're going to hop into a draft and let's see what pick I get. I hope you all are having a great, what's today? Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Tuesday evening. Hope you all are having a great Tuesday evening. Surprise, surprise. I got the 11th pick, which, you know what? I love every pick. So you got to make it happen. Doesn't matter what pick you get, you got to make it happen. I am going to go wide receiver heavy in this draft. I think drafting one running back and getting, 6 elite wide receivers early on is going to be my move for today's draft. One of the things that I'm noticing is there is good value in wide receivers late, and there's not really too much value for running backs late. However, now with a lot of the news, I do like a lot of players, a little bit later in the draft. I like Chris Brooks now later on at the the last round. I like Bucky Irving's backup, Sean Tucker. I like Aaron Jones still. So, getting one or two running backs early on and then just hammering wide receivers, I think is the move to do. So I am going to hopefully, ideally, would want to get Justin Jefferson, CD, or Amon-Ra. If I don't, then I am going running back, because you got to take what the room gives you. And looking at the playoff schedules, week 15, 16, 17, the Eagles, I like their schedule. They're playing the Seahawks. Texans is not great, but the Niners on the last day or the last week. Let's see what else we can get there on the back end. Amari Hantem, Genty, or James Cook. I would really love a wide receiver there, but we'll see what lands to us. Okay, so I didn't get a wide receiver. I think I'm going to try to go James Cook and Devon Achane. They play each other week 17. I don't really draft too much of Achane, but considering what's available right now and considering that they play each other week 17, I do want to have some shares of him. Okay, so Drake London and George Pickens go. So this is a slight fall on Genty. The Raiders are playing Broncos, Titans. I'm going to go Achane. I think I like his matchup a little bit better. And it was still a little bit of an not ADP value. I think the Genty would have been the ADP value, but I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call. So the CD drafter was able to get Genty. That's a nice little fall. McCaffrey and Barkley are paired together. They're a week 17 playoff game as well. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. I think the last couple times have been a little bit too loud, but we're going to play some jams. And that was a bounce, not. I think this volume's good. All right, so I said I wanted to start wide receiver heavy. It looks like I am starting running back heavy. If Rashee Rice or Josh Jacobs fall to me, I will be taking one of the two. I'm not a huge Kyren fan. I've had him in the past and I've liked him, but he's going to be sharing some time, pretty much almost 50-50 from what I've been reading and hearing, with Blake Corum. So I'm going to stay away from Kyren Williams. So what does a Josh Jacobs news mean? It means you want to be with Love Island. You want to be getting more Jordan Love. I feel like, he's going to have a great season. He has 3 wide receivers that are going to be the primary targets and Tucker Kraft at tight end. I think you want to be betting on that, passing volume and passing offense more than anything else. And you want to try to get unique combos. So if Josh Jacobs does fall, we never know what could happen. He could play the entire season. He could get suspended a few games. He could get cut by the Green Bay Packers. I think they think it's like $6 million towards their cap if they release him. So it would be a smart thing to release him if they wanted to. But let's see. I'm going to queue up some players. Okay, so Rashee Rice just goes and T. Higgins goes. So in fantasy football, you got to take on risks. That's the way that you win, is by not being risk adverse, is by taking on risk and, stealing value, taking what the room gives you. And unfortunately, the room did not give us Josh Jacobs here. But we did get Travis Etienne, which we do love some Travis Etienne. I would have gotten Josh Jacobs there. That's a huge ADP fall for him. Who knows if he's going to be playing? Who knows, what's going to happen? But we got Travis Etienne, and I'm going to sound the siren because we got a 5-pick ADP drop on Travis Etienne. So we love that. We're excited about that. Okay. I don't really draft a lot of Ted Arroyo McMillan, so I'm gonna get some shares of him. I was really contemplating getting Cam Scatterbo, but I think stacking Bryce Young with Ted McMillan or also Malik Willis and even Travis Etienne with Tyler Shuck, I think those are three great quarterbacks. Not great. Those are three valuable quarterbacks that I could get later on in the draft and not have to get a quarterback until later. And with my next 4 picks, hopefully get 4 more good wide receivers. I am going to queue up some wide receivers that I like. So I like Christian Watson. I like Rome Odunze. Cardinal Tate and Jordan Tyson. I don't have any of them. Brian Thomas Jr. So we do have some options. So we started off James Cook, Devon Achane, Travis Etienne Jr., and Ted Arroyo McMillan. It's a nice start. I do like, although I haven't drafted a lot of Ted Arroyo McMillan, I do like his schedule during the playoffs. So the Carolina Panthers, they're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, which should be a shootout. The Pittsburgh Steelers, which should be, it's at Pittsburgh, so who knows? And then versus the Seattle Seahawks. I really like that Week 15 game against the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, so we're 10 picks away. We do have a lot of good wide receivers that are there. So let's see what falls to us. We got to take what the draft room gives us. All right, so let's see. We're 5 picks away. Bucky Irving is still there. Davante Adams is still there. Lamar Jackson is still there. If any of those fall, I will be taking them. Bucky Irving just goes. That's a huge drop for Bucky. 54. He goes to the number 6 drafter. Let's see his team, because he got quite a bit of value there. Yeah, he got about an 8-pick ADP, and it's not so much about the ADP value, but it's the rare combinations that he has access to now. So this is amazing. I really was hoping that something like this would happen, where price goes before, so that does open up. I think Lamar Jackson's going to go to the Zay Flowers drafter. And then I'll be able to get Rome Odunze or Davante Adams. And Davante goes paired with Kyren, which I thought that was an option. Lamar's probably going to go to the Zay Flowers drafter. And he does. And we can get Rome Odunze or we can get Christian Watson. I'm going to go Rome. I'm going to play the ADP value. So I think Rome is definitely going to have a bounce back year. The Chicago Bears play the Bills, Packers, and Lions. I mean, that's a nice playoff run. Let's see here. All right, so we were able to get Christian Watson. Welcome to the team. That's amazing because, as I just mentioned, the Bears do play the Packers Week 16, so we have some correlation there. We also got a little bit of an ADP value, 3 picks past ADP. I'm not going to not going to sound the siren because it's not that exciting, but we have an exciting team. We got James Cook, Devon Achane, Travis Etienne, all running backs that can catch the ball and score touchdowns. Breakaway speed with Devon Achane. We got Teteroa McMillan touchdowns, Rome Odunze touchdowns, Christian Watson touchdowns. Let's go. We are going to target on the come around Courtland Sutton. We're going to target Jayden Reed. We're going to target RJ Harvey. And a lot of good quarterbacks during that time. But I think we might pull up some tight ends and dominate the tight end position as well. So let's see. Let's see what we can make happen. I do like the start to this team. And it's it's a great day. So I don't like what the JSN drafter did. He went JSN, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, and then he gets Joe Burrow, a naked Joe Burrow. He doesn't have him stacked with anybody. Why pick Joe Burrow? I don't know if you're stealing him from the next drafter that had T. Higgins, but you're just jeopardizing your own team right there. So I don't really like that move. I do like the number 2 hole drafter with Bijan, Nico, Neighbors, questionable, Luther Burden, Javonte Williams, and then Tyler Warren. I feel like a lot of wide receivers are going to be going now. I do think that there's a few that are still hopefully going to be around when I pick once again. Either Courtland Sutton or Jayden Reed. You always want to see the board and see what people are doing next to you or behind you. So Ladd McConkey is picked a couple picks before me. So the Justin Herbert, or he could select Justin Herbert. The drafter behind me does not have a quarterback either. So him and I are going to be playing the game of who's going for a quarterback first. I might tack on a 4th running back in RJ Harvey. And go RJ Harvey and Courtland Sutton. The drafter behind me, he does have 3 running backs. So I might go Courtland Sutton first and hope that RJ Harvey falls to me. And if he doesn't, then I would go with a tight end. Wow, and the Jaden Daniels drafter goes for Justin Herbert. So I think now quarterbacks might be going off the board because people might panic. And this drafter was just took Ladd McConkey's Justin Herbert stack. So he might go with Trevor Lawrence. Let's see. Do I know my drafters or do I know my drafters? This isn't my first rodeo, people. I know what drafters are looking to do. And he pulled him up. He pulled up Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has an ADP of 86. He picked him at 79. People panic. When things like this happen, people panic. So Sutton does go. I'm not a Tony Pollard fan, but I am a fan of Tucker Kraft. So I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. And then RJ Harvey or Jayden Reed. So what did I say about Josh Jacobs? You want to target Jordan Love and his pass catchers. That's exactly what I'm doing in this draft. I am targeting Jordan Love and his pass catchers. So I got Christian Watson, Jayden Reed, Tucker Kraft. The Green Bay Packers They play in an amazing division. They're playing the Dolphins week 15. I got Devon Achane. They're playing the Bears week 16. And yes, we got Rome Odunze. They're playing the Texans week 17. We're going to get some Texans later on. I'm loving this team so far. We are cooking, people, like James Cook cooks. We're cooking. And not that rice cooker, not that rushy rice. We got a squad going. We got a squad going. I am going to queue up Michael Pittman. Love Michael Pittman this year. And Jordan Love. The drafter behind me still did not go a quarterback. And if he picks Jordan Love for me, then kudos to you. You took my quarterback. I don't think he will. And if not, I'm actually going to go Jaden Higgins. Or I might pull up Jaden Higgins. His ADP is 125. I don't think he'll come back around to me at 131. So I might go Jaden Higgins and have that week 17 stack. I went all out Green Bay Packers. Go Pack Go. I love when you say something in the intro and it comes to fruition. I said, I'm not picking any Josh Jacobs anymore, so what should I do? I should pick the pass catchers and quarterback for that team. If I think Josh Jacobs is going to be out, then I definitely want to capitalize on the wide receivers and quarterback. So the drafter behind me also has Chuba Hubbard, which might want to go with Bryce Young, so I need to take that into account. All right, so we are 4 picks away. And there's a few players that I actually like, and one of them just went, Michael Pittman. And that's unfortunate. I really wanted him. The same person I got, Courtland Sutton, picked him. That drafter knows what he's doing. Kyle Pitts goes. Brock Purdy goes. I'm going Jaden Higgins. Wow, Travis Kelce just goes. I go Jordan Love for the stack. I didn't want to risk it. The Josh Jacobs drafter just picked up Matthew Stafford. Wow. I don't know why he didn't go Kyler Murray. He should have gone Kyler Murray there. People go crazy for quarterbacks. I don't understand it, but he took Matthew Stafford away from the Kyren Williams and Devontae Adams drafter. And instead of him going Kyler Murray for himself, I don't understand that move, but I like my move. I got Jaden Higgins and Jordan Love. We said we wanted to get 5 wide receivers. We did that. We added in Tucker Kraft in there. So the 2v2 was giving up Tucker Kraft and getting nobody I really like, Michael Pittman, pulling him up quite a bit, and having Kyle Pitts possibly, not even. So, I mean, I definitely love the picks that we got with Jaden Reed and Jaden Higgins. Wow, Jared Goff goes to the Josh Allen and Joe Burrow drafter. These QBs, people scare me. People scare me with what they do with these QBs. I just don't understand. I don't know what the crave for 3 quarterbacks are when you have 2 great ones. But I mean, let people cook. Let people do what they want to do. I am going to target either George Kittle, Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Malik Willis. CJ Stroud. You know what? I might actually go Malik Willis and CJ Stroud if one of those elite tight ends are not available that I like. Or those running backs. I might double tap quarterback and stop at 3 quarterbacks. Obviously, stop at 3 quarterbacks. I typically like to get 2 quarterbacks, but every once in a while I do get 3. And I like to get 3 when I don't draft my first one until later on, as I did in this particular case. So I waited on my quarterback and drafted my quarterback in round 10. Malik Willis just goes. This is nuts. Aaron Jones just goes. We'll see what falls to us. So this next drafter or this next team, if they don't go tight end, I'm looking pretty good. And he does not go tight end. I got extremely lucky. So George Kittle goes. I'm on the clock. I am getting Mark Andrews. And I really wanted George Kittle's, but the drafter before me had both Lamar Jackson and Brock Purdy. So I knew he was going to get one of the two. I was hoping that he would get Mark Andrews. We got a slight drop on Mark Andrews, and CJ Stroud goes. So what are we going to do? Not panic. And we are getting Isaiah Likely. All right, so we got Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, and Tucker Kraft as our 3 tight ends. We have right now 5 wide receivers: Ted McMillan, Rome Odunze, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Jaden Higgins. We got 3 great running backs in James Cook, Devon Achane, and Travis Etienne. We're pretty light at quarterback, but Bryce Young is going to be coming back around. So we are going to target Bryce Young. CJ Stroud was taken from me, and that drafter in the 12th hole had nobody to stack with CJ Stroud. So I'm definitely going to try to get Tank Dell from them in 2 more or 3 more rounds. There was no need for him to go with CJ Stroud. But, that's the risk that we take. I wanted Mark Andrews instead of CJ Stroud. He had Travis Kelce. He could have gone for another tight end. And that's what happens. That's the game we play. So the quarterbacks are flying off the board now. There's teams that have... Every team has at least 2 quarterbacks. There's teams that have 3 quarterbacks through round 12. I don't get it. Caleb Williams, Tyler Shuck, Daniel Jones. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff. I mean, what? Yeah. These guys are wild. Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford. You don't need three quarterbacks, buddy. Bryce Young just goes. This is nuts. This is nuts. All right, I'm building a one quarterback team. I said it. One quarterback team. This is pretty wild. I have never seen a quarterback room grow like this. And there's really no players that I like right now that are coming up. Trey Tucker, welcome to the team. If he's there, this is pretty insane. I think I know what I'm going to do. Wow. Wow. I think I'm going to go Trey Tucker. I'm going to go Trey Tucker and let's see what else falls to me here. I'm going to go Tajay Spears. I'm going to try to get Deshaun Watson later. And either Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett, and big old Kirk Cousins. I'm not going to just panic and reach on Fernando Mendoza. I think he went like in the 12th. I think he went like in the 18th round, 17th or 18th round, like one of the last drafts that I did. So I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to keep getting players that I want. Right now, I still have 4 picks left. James Cook, Devon Achane, Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears, Tedoroa McMillan, Roma Dunze, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, and Trey Tucker, Tucker Kraft, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. My tight end room is amazing. I can get 15 points from my tight ends on a weekly basis. 3 running backs, starting with Achane, Cook, and Travis Etienne, hopefully getting 50 points between the 3 of them. 20 points from Jordan Love, that's 70, 85 points with my tight end. And then I just need 45 points from my wide receivers. And we're looking at a solid weekly performance with 130 points. If I can get 125 points on a weekly basis, I am ecstatic. So let's see. Brandon Ayuk, I'm going to definitely queue up as well. So Fernando Mendoza just goes to add on as a 4th quarterback to Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Jared Goff. This is amazing. This is comical. That guy's not stacking anybody. And he has a badge. I mean, I don't get it. I do not understand. But we're not going to panic. We are not going to panic. We're going to continue drafting the way that we want to draft and not get bullied by the room. With that being said, we are getting Brandon Ayuk. Welcome to the team. ADP value 177. We got him at 179. I kind of want to keep pushing the quarterback. I know it's not the smartest idea. But you know what? That's how you win. I'm going Sean Tucker, and I'm stopping at 5 running backs. So I got Sean Tucker, Tajay Spears, Travis Etienne, Devon Achane, and James Cook. I really don't feel there's a huge difference between Geno Smith and Deshaun Watson, so I'd rather just wait and go Deshaun Watson later. I could honestly just go one quarterback and take the L during Jordan Love's bye week. I don't let the room bully me into doing what they want me to do. I wasn't going to reach on... Malik Willis was gone by the time I was able to pick again. I went Mark Andrews instead of CJ Stroud, which in hindsight, I probably should have gone CJ Stroud. But I thought Bryce Young would have come back around. He did not. Fernando Mendoza, I should have picked him maybe instead of Tajay Spears to pair with Trey Tucker. But you live and you learn. I like my thought process behind it. And this is sometimes how you win. This is how you win the big money. So if Tank Dell is there, I'm going Tank Dell. If I might go Tua. And Zachariah Branch, if he's there. I just noted Deshaun Watson has the same bye week as, and so does, and so does Tua. Oh boy. There's literally no quarterbacks that I have outs to that don't have the same bye week. Kirk Cousins. All right. So I think we're going to end with Kirk Cousins. How many picks do we have left here? We have 2 picks. So I think we might go Deshaun Watson and Kirk Cousins as our last 2 picks. Or I could just go 2 more wide receivers and have a 1-5-9-3 build. I might do that. I really like Pat Freiermuth. He hasn't been picked or selected just yet. He has an ADP of 187. We're at pick 200. 201 right now. 202. Pat Freiermuth goes. Tank Dell, welcome to the team. You are not going to the CJ Stroud drafter. No siree. So Deshaun Watson went. I couldn't even get Deshaun Watson, for those that were wondering. So I am going Captain Kirk. So I'm literally going to have Green Bay Packers, Bears, and Texans. I mean, Jordan Love could put up some points. All right, I'm going to give a recap of the team. Not my best, but definitely not my worst. we took what the room gave us. So we got quarterbacks of Jordan Love and Kirk Cousins. Yikes. James Cook, Devon Achane, Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears, and Sean Tucker. I really like that running back room. Then we stacked up a lot of wide receivers: Tedroy McMillan, Rome Odunze, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, Trey Tucker, Brandon Ayuk, Tank Dell, Tucker Kraft, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. Okay, realistically, I think I can get 15 points on a weekly basis from the tight end position. I just need 45 from all these wide receivers total. That's 60 points. I think I can get 50 from James Cook, Devon Achane, and Travis Etienne. One of them gives me 20. The other two gives me 15. And then 20 from Jordan Love or Kirk Cousins. I mean, we just need Jordan Love to have a playoff run as some quarterbacks did last year, Trevor Lawrence and a few others. And Kirk Cousins can give us a few points in the beginning of the season as well. So thank you all for tuning in and catching the video. Hope you all have a great evening. I will see you all tomorrow.